again, the front runner in this race, Donald Trump, has said he's not going to take sides on Israel versus the Palestinian because he wants to be an honest broker. When I'm president, we're going to take sides. We are going to be on Israel's side.
Marco Rubio calling out Donald Trump by name at a campaign rally. But will he do that in tonight's Republican debate? Let's talk about that now with our panel. Joining us via telephone from Cincinnati, Senior Fellow for the Family Research Council, Ken Blackwell, and joining us from Tampa, Democratic media strategist and the Vice President of KATE-COM Public Relations, Franco Ripple. Thanks to you both. Ken, in the hierarchy of needs, both Rubio and Cruz obviously want to unseat Trump. But the thinking is they'll attack each other. Or do you expect them to go after Trump tonight, Ken?
I expect both of them to go after Donald this evening. Marco has something that he has to establish, and that is that he's strong enough to take on Putin, that he's strong enough to take on the Ayatollahs of Iran, and he can't get there if he's not strong enough to take on Trump head on. So I think he's going to make that point tonight, and the same goes for Ted Cruz. But I think Cruz has been much more aggressive towards Trump than Rubio, and they both have been, aggressive towards each other.
Franco, since you're in Florida and live there and pay more than casual attention to politics in the Sunshine State, latest poll shows Trump beating Rubio by a healthy margin in Florida. Is that one of the contributing factors to finally get Rubio to go after Trump?
Well, I think it certainly has to be because, Florida has, on the Republican side, has 99 delegates to award in this state. And if he wants to win them, then he's got to unseat Trump, who right now is leading him by, by large double digits. I think it's another example of throwing everything out the window that we know in this election cycle. We've seen some unprecedented, extremely unusual things, and this is another one, and by that I mean home state advantage. So John Kasich is expecting it in Ohio. Marco Rubio will expect it in Florida, but they shouldn't expect it, and they're going to have to work for to make up ground and get back every single one of those points.
Kitty, I'll get back to you in a second, but I just got to ask Franco this question, something that I called a couple of months ago, now being picked up statewide in Florida by the press, and that is the possibility that Florida Governor Rick Scott is being vetted by the Trump camp as a possible running mate. Do you think that's just a trial balloon, or is there something to the notion of a Trump-Scott ticket?
Well, I'm not sure. I'm not sure there's anything to the notion of the ticket, but I think there's probably more than a notion that he would be looked at, if for no other reason that Rick Scott is a sitting governor of Florida. But, look, Donald Trump is going to come into a general election, if he wins the nomination, with enough baggage. He doesn't need to choose someone who had to plead the fifth 75 times in a deposition over his involvement in a $1 billion fine that his company committed on his watch. Those are the kind of things that, vice presidential nominees are supposed to be seen and not heard. They're not supposed to cause trouble. Obviously, John McCain got the losing end of that stick.
Well, I don't know. Now we're getting into past history. We could debate that, but I hear what you're saying. Ken Blackwell, I want to bring you back in, but I want to listen to something that we've played a couple of times in this broadcast. We're going to play it yet again. Former Mexican President Vicente Fox talking about Donald Trump and our southern border.
I declare, I'm not going to pay for that wall. He should pay for it. He's got the money.
Are you afraid that he's going to be the next president of the United States? What would that mean? What would that mean for Mexico?
No, not at all. Democracy cannot take us to crazy people that doesn't know what's going on in the world today.
So President Fox saying he's not going to pay for that stinking wall. Ken, does this just play into the Donald Trump campaign? Is this just perfect timing for the Donald?
I really don't get this. First, the pontiff, and now former President Fox of Mexico. This is crazy. It sets the stage for this Super Tuesday for Trump. He is the quintessential strong man. He is the Hussein of of American politics. He is, I mean, the Putin of American politics.
Oh, well, now, I don't know, Kenny. I just got to ask you this, though. He has made a hire, a release this afternoon, Donald Trump hiring a new senior advisor, Sarah Huckabee Sanders,
Very
Huck's
smart.
daughter. That's
Very
a good
smart
move. Okay.
Very smart move on his part, particularly going into Super Tuesday, and he can consolidate his efforts with evangelicals. I mean,
we will have to leave it there. Ken Blackwell in Cincinnati, Franco Ripple from Tampa, Florida. We thank you. And speaking of Mike Huckabee, he joins us tonight, our post-debate special at 11 p.m. Eastern. Be here for that, and there's more of this broadcast coming up.